blessing to be back on the stage again. I can't believe that it's been 1 year since we all met before. But I think the biggest blessing for all of us being here today is all these extra seats that are filled. And if there's one thing that I want you to think of before we even go further is, who are you bringing next year? Because if it's just you, you are not doing your job, and I'm not doing my job. So I think today, just thinking and realizing that we have got this amazing opportunity today. We have this amazing doTERRA and this community that we get to share with. So I'm going to talk to you about execute the plan. So when Addison gave me this topic, I was like, okay, execute the plan. And the question is, what is the plan? What is your plan? So I want you to do me a favor right now. Grab your pen and paper. And I want you to do yourself a favor. Dalian has already done it. Thank you. So I want you to write down, what is it that you want to achieve with your doTERRA business? It's different than what I want maybe. I don't care if you write down the next rank, or the income, or the lifestyle. If you want to be a founder, write that down. So as I don't know if any of you saw, Dom came up to me as we were standing here, and she said, Martie, do you remember last year, she was sitting on the diamond seats in front, and she leaned over to the back of me, and I said to her, she reminded me, I said, Dom, next year, I'm going to sit there. I'm going to be a diamond. And she said, took up my book, and I wrote, diamond next year, 2022. So if you want to know if there's something important for yourself to do, is write it on that piece of paper. And if you don't want anybody else next to you to see it, it's fine. Like, keep it a little bit hidden. But I want you to be bold about that. Last night we had our founder meeting, and it was really awesome. But sitting there realizing that in 1 year, not one founder was added, I was really sad. Because I know many of you need to fill those spots. So I want you to be bold today. Because this business takes faith. And it takes bold steps. And that is the only way that you will achieve this goal for you. And this is something that we've all heard. Write it down, take a photo. Remember this, because it does start with that dream, the goal that you have for yourself. But then you also have to start making a plan for it. So I became gold in August, October 2020. And I had it on a piece of paper that I wanted to become a diamond. Just like diamond 2020, it just sounded so nice. But like Dalian was saying as well when we heard, and congrats Nicola, I'm happy for you. I never planned on going on diamond. It was this distant thought of what I want to become. It was never something that I sat down. And then February 2022 came. And we were having a conversation with Kyle and Kirsten, and welcome Kyle, such an honor for you to be here with us today. And we had a Zoom call with Kirsten and Kyle, and they said, all right, let's plan. Within the next 2 to 3 months, are you guys going diamond? When? And we were saying March, April. And then inside of me, there was this voice that I've been hearing the whole week, like, it's time. It's time. But sometimes we're afraid. Well, I don't know about you, but I was afraid to word it out, because if I word it, it means I'm going to have to actually put my action into that. I'm going to tell someone else this is my dream. And I said, by the way, I think it's this month. So it was February 25, Friday night, 6:30 when I said that. And they said, wow, okay, let's have a look at this. I'll share with you in a little bit what a push it was for us to get to diamond. And we were talking about it, and we said, okay, we're going to get off this call, and Frans and I are going to pray about it, because it was quite a push. And Frans said, we took my hands after we prayed, or after we got off the call, and we said, not are we going to go, we said, thank you, Father, that we are going to go diamond. And it was amazing, having that feeling. But now suddenly, I knew that I had to get my team involved, and shout out to all my amazing team being here. And I knew that this is not a business that you built by yourself. It's not. You don't have to. You've got this amazing community. And we had a call scheduled at 9 o'clock the Saturday morning with our team, and to say, all right, this is what we're doing. There's Kyle and Kirsten, and some of our team that you'll see here today. And we got on a call and we said, this team has got an opportunity to go diamond. And as we were busy planning and thinking about it, we really got excited, but also scared. But we knew that this is something that is possible. So where does that decision of what you've written down comes? And it becomes by writing it down, but it's also in making that decision and then saying, how am I going to execute this plan? And I'm not telling you today that you need to be diamond. I'm not telling you that you need to be silver or gold or a next founder. That is something that you need to tell yourself. But I am telling you that you need to dream bigger. When we were getting our seats, Nicolette, one of my leaders, walked past and Kyle said, sit on that chair. And he took a photo and I started to get so emotional. Because I realized like that is really the goal. Because when we expand and we grow, our team grows. So it's not just about you getting to the next goal. It's about taking someone with you. And seeing Dom sitting in a chair last year was that goal for me. It's like, I want to be there. And I'm inviting you. My chair is open. I want you to go and sit there. And let someone take a photo of you. And you sit in that chair until you feel like I am the next diamond. Because it's going to happen in our country. And you need to decide, are you the next diamond? Or are you just going to sit? Or maybe even fade away? Because the opportunity is there for us. Now, again, I am saying this. This is not just you. You have amazing people in your team. Bailey King was on our Zoom call the other night, right? You remember her? And she said, it's not, I don't know exactly words, it's like, it's not about being beautiful, it's about being done. So that whiteboard with all the names on there was some of the enrollments that I needed in different legs for my Silvers Elites. And I was writing it down because it was crazy. It was 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, that we had to really put it down to get the numbers in. And I was writing all of that down. And I wasn't telling that specific person, I need 9 enrollments from you. I think some people might be run away. But I knew that if I asked them 1 or 2 enrollments, that little flyer, one of my team members, she's like the Silvers Elites executive director. I don't even think she was. She drew that up and she's like posted it on the group and said, guys, this team of ours is ready to go diamond. Because when you step up into your next goal, that execute this plan that you've got for yourself, you are allowing others to believe with you. You are actually taking them by the hand and saying it's your time as well. Dream bigger. You don't have to stay where you are at. You don't. Because if you believe in God or not, I don't know what it is. But for me, I know God has got a greater plan for our lives. Amen. And the biggest blessing today is just seeing all of us being here, knowing that we can actually help someone else dream. So there's a couple of things to keep in mind. Number 1, your faith will be tested. Your belief in yourself. You might be saying, I am not able to, I'm not good enough, I can't do this, I'm not a top enroller, I don't speak well. I don't care what it is. You're going to have to silence that. And no one is going to do it for you. You are the one that's going to have to replace that fear with faith.
Load shedding.
And load shedding will not stop you. Because this is Africa. And if you can build a business in Africa and become a diamond, this is going to happen to you. We cannot let all of this stop us. So I don't know if you want to have a break, dance break or something. So at the end of the day, whatever it is that you want to achieve, I remember while I was pushing for this, I was really fearful. I had to silence my fear. Because inside of my head I was like, what if I fail? I've now told everyone in my team that we're going diamond. And what if I had to tell them like, sorry guys, we didn't make it. It was fearful. But I also knew that I had all these amazing people that was pushing for me. Okay, if I say all, this is the second point. Not everyone is going to clap for you. They're not going to cheer on. They're not going to even be happy for you. And that might want to make you feel like you're going to stop. Because that's what happened with me. I had a leader that was like not happy for me. And it made me sad. But I knew that I wasn't doing it for them. We're not doing it for those people who don't believe in us. We're doing it for those people who are clapping you on and cheering you on and believing in you. So that is really what you need to focus on. Focus on those people that are there cheering you on. Because they are ready to go to the next level with you. Now I can't remember the next of my notes. And that also is something that's going to happen. You're going to maybe forget the next step, right? But at the end of the day, let's see if I can get to the right one. At the end of the day, you need to remember all these things because life happens. Things happen that's going to take you off track. But what is it? Like, be scared about this. And then one thing that's very important is surround yourself with people with a big vision. Who did I speak to in that time? Except my team. The team that was cheering me on. I had like messages. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? Have you reached it? I spoke to Kyle and Kirsten a lot of the time. Like, Kirsten, this is where we're at. I'm not sure. And she was like, go, you can get it, do it. My husband. My boys wrote on my whiteboard, Martie equals diamond with a heart. The pressure was heavy. It was scary. I phoned Dom and I said, Dom, this is the reality. This is where I'm at. I know there's a buy-in. This is the buy-in to go to diamond. Like, what do I do? You know what Dom said? He said, Martie, forget about the buy-in. You push till you don't know anymore, and then you worry about the buy-in. She said, you know what? Your team, the level of belief that comes from leading a diamond team, that's a new level. Do not stop until you get there. And for those of you who don't know, she's not my upline, downline, sideline. We're not connected. But this is the wonderful thing about this community that we've got. So I want to tell you today, if you've got that where Kendall was saying your upline doesn't support you, that doesn't matter. Find someone. Because this is your competition, be honest. But this is your allies. These are the people who will believe in you even when you don't. And having Dom, so thanks Dom, that was an inspiration. So find someone that wants to believe in you. And you be the one who believes in someone else. Like, cheer them on. Because that is at the end of the day. And then we've got this amazing community. Of course, Addison was, Martie, you can do it. Kendall, Ryan, they were like, do it, do it. So if you want to cheer squad, reach out to those people. They will cheer you on. I'm sure Dom, Nicola, you can say the same, right? Pushing for diamond. You've got those people. And that's what you need. And remember that why of yours. Because that's what kept me going. Seeing that whole goal of that. I've got no idea how much time I've got left. Okay, so you'll show me. All right, so what was the reality of what we needed to go diamond? So this was quite interesting for me. So I said to Carl and Kirsten, you know, we're close, it looks like really good. 400 missing here, 800 there, 600 in this leg. And when we added it all up, I was like, I needed how much? 3 days. I think it's not too bad of a goal, right? So, no, it's not an error. It's not 864 OB. It's 8,644. It was like building a silver in 3 days. But I didn't look at that whole picture beforehand. I had this feeling, like Kendall was saying, that gut feeling or that faith feeling that was telling me, it is time. And I just put my head down and I knew, number one, it's not me by myself, it's this whole amazing community that is wanting us to go diamond. And I put my head down and I worked. I fell asleep on my table like I don't know how many times. I was like wasted. I was past wasted. And is this impossible? For sure, if you want to believe that. But it is possible because we had faith and we still have that faith. I want you to have hope and believe that you can actually achieve that. Again, come and sit in this diamond chair. See yourself here. Nicola, just to show you, this is important. Dominique last year also had a chair open, so that's a hot seat. Like Nicola was a guest on that seat. And Kyle actually said this when we came, and he's like, if your bum has been in that seat, it's very difficult to go back. So start believing this for yourself. It is not the end where you are at now. And if you do not push yourself, no one else is going to push you. No one else. You have what it takes. Now I want you to close your eyes now, and I want you to think about what you wrote on that piece of paper. And I want you to ask yourself, did I really write my best version? Like that scary one that's even going to scare yourself when you open up your eyes. And if you haven't, I want you to scratch that out. And I want you to put the new goal on there. Because this is the reality of our business. Anything is possible. You just have to want it. You. No one else. You. And you know what happens when you do that? You push yourself. You get to celebrate. And I'm very emotional about that because it was a hard push. And I was really scared that I'm not going to make it. But I knew 100% that I am going to do it. And that is the first important thing. It's like, make up your mind that this is where you are going to. I don't care the hurdles, I don't care what happens if people quit on you, because people are going to quit. And you know what is even worse? People who never even start. Those with the most amazing possibilities, you see it for them, you think like, man, this is the next person in my business, and they never even start. So all of those things are going to tell you to stop. It's not going to work, it's not worth it. But if you push yourself, and you believe that, and you all know, most of you know my why, my family, my boys, the life that we had before doTERRA. That's my why. But now my why has increased in so many ways. I see that for each one of my team members, and I see that even for you. There's so much more out there for us. We should stop having a scarcity mindset. And that is something that Carl taught me as well. Do not have a scarcity mindset. have that abundant mindset, because those people out there are waiting for you to share with them. So I'm putting on my mic at the back, and I'm trying to remember what's his name. And he put my mic on it, and he's like, so what are you guys selling here? Is it like cologne or something? And I'm like, Bachi, where's that peppermint? And I just put peppermint on him, and he's like, wow, this is amazing. And I thought, how awesome is it, this business that we do? We get to share something with someone that is changing their lives. And we can achieve our goals by doing that. I mean, that is phenomenal. And it's such a big blessing. So since then, we've hit Diamond 3 more times. And by the way, that 1st February, that's the first time that we hit our power of 3, the 3rd level. Wow. It was amazing. Like 23,000 rand. Who can do with 23,000 rand? Let's see in this room. Come on, go for it. It's yours. It's money on the table. Because you know what happened in March? I actually did not achieve Diamond, of course. But then I also didn't get my power of 3. And Alison was on a call with me and like, Martie, what did you do? And I said, it was a little bit far. He's like, let me show you. And I knew I left money on the table. You know, that speech that he gave you, that came from my mistake. That was my back office he showed you. And I said, never again will I leave money on the table. Because 23,000 rand can pay for my house, my car, my children, and I can bless a lot of people with oils. Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, it was the biggest thing for us to reach Diamond, but it was also helping our team see it. So my best advice to you today would be like really plan for it. Plan to go the next rank. I don't care what it is. I don't care what the income is that you want to do. Plan it out. And then work for it, because this doesn't come easy. And to all the founders last night who told me I look very tired, this was part of it. Like, you're going to be tired, but then you're going to have times that you can rest, and that's fine. So make sure that you plan for it, you work it, and then you get to celebrate it. Because this is the biggest blessing that we've got, having this. And this is how we celebrated it. So Kyle actually came all the way down from America, Hawaii, 27.5 hours flight. Well, and it was the biggest blessing, because we've been building this business for 3 years, right? And this is the first time that we get to meet Kyle. And it was such a blessing that him and Kirsten has been cheering us on. And again, having this as a team celebration. So we've been here for the whole weekend. You can see we've been having lots of fun. And it was part of us celebrating Diamond. And one thing that I just realized again when we all got together is like this family, this community that we are busy creating. Because it's so much more. And people are longing for this. This community, this amazing company, and they're longing for you to step up into the dream that you see for yourself. Because people are watching you, and we are watching you. So, I'm ending today, and I want you to take a photo and not share this with everybody. You're not going to share it with the person who does not have the faith. You really need to share it with somebody who's going to remind you of who you are, where you're going to, and what you want to achieve. And even if it's just Kendall and Ryan, that's fine. But you need somebody to be accountable to. Because we need to sit next year and have a lot of more seats at the front. And this needs to be like double. Then we know we are achieving what we are here for. So I hope you are committed to doing that, because this is where it starts. And that's all from me.